Welcome to Bilber 100's channel. I'm Bilber, and today I decided to do a very special thank you for all my viewers out there. I have finally hit 100 subscribers. Yeah! Woohoo! Type thing. And today I am going to do this. Shush, LJT. Today, I figured on I wasn't going to do any games. I was going to do this pretty much face-to-face, but I would rather do a gameplay for you guys. So, I want to give us a thanks to all my viewers for subscribing to me and getting me up to that 100 mark. Okay, now let me pull it up. Come on, come on. Yep. Let's see. Wait, 98. I thought I was at 100. Must have lost them. Well, it could be a mistake. Let's see. Yeah, just give me a minute, folks. I thought I was at 100, but because somebody told me that I was. Alright, well, what the heck? Let's just start it off here. Okay, to every single subscriber, okay, to every single subscriber that has subscribed to me, I want to give you a big thank you for subscribing to the Bilber 100 channel. Now, I thought there was a way I could see all my subscriptions, you know, who's who, that way I could give you a decent shout out. But to everybody that has subscribed to me on YouTube, I'd like to give you a personal thank you for subscribing to me and watching all my videos, or watching at least the funny ones. And from there, I have a very special thank you to give a shout out to. But I gotta wait until they come. So hopefully they come. So there's one person that I've been broadcasting with, which you guys know, the DJ Angel Show. That's who I'm waiting for. So whenever she comes in, I can give her a very, very, very special shout out. And to all my subscribers on YouTube, please go to the DJ Angel Show. Okay? Go over to her channel and subscribe to her. Help her out as well. And keep helping me out by passing on the word to all your friends and whatnot. So, give me a second, I gotta turn my TV a bit, because my TV is not, there we go. There we go. But, yeah. So, all my subscribers, please go to the DJ Angel Show. Subscribe to her if you're not already subscribed. And to all of her subscribers that have subscribed to me, making me hit the 100 subscriptions, which I am most grateful for. And so I want to give a thanks to all my subscribers, to all these viewers that keep subscribing to me, that come across my channel at random. I do thank you guys for always finding my channel. And if you guys help me hit 200 subscribers, that's 200 subscribers, I will be giving away some PlayStation Network cards. Okay? I will give away PlayStation Network cards. I will literally go out and get a couple PlayStation Network cards. And I will have a giveaway when I hit 200 subscribers. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Keep watching my videos. Keep helping me get my name out there with the DJ Angel Show as well. Get our names out there. Get us the most popular on YouTube. And once I hit 200, I'm going to give away PlayStation Network cards. And for the DJ Angel Show, I might give her something. I don't know exactly what, but I might. So, alright. So to all my subscribers, I want to say thank you for subscribing to me, and keep passing on the word to like your friends, your family, whoever. So keep up the good work. When I hit 200 subscribers, that's when I will start giving out PlayStation Network cards. Not only then, not only until then. So, unless I do a giveaway of something different, I'll let you guys know. But you can always follow me on Twitter. You can follow my tweets. On Twitter, it's the same name. Bilber100. Easy peasy. Like lemon squeezy. And I just made a flippin' rhyme. Damn. Alright, so. So. Now. Alright, so. Here we go. Now I am going to where is it? There it is. Alright, I'm going to change my guy's clothes. Clothing store. Which one is that taking me to? No, I don't want that clothing store. Alright. So, from here, I'm going to from here I'm going to run to my nightclub, which is like right here. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at my my businesses, all of them. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to,
All right.
ask me. I would be more than happy to try my best to answer them for you guys. All right. There we go. Thanks to the DJ Angel show, I know how to point now. I never knew that when I started playing. Come on. Oh, I have to go to a public. Damn. Alright. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to go to a public lobby, which, I'm really gonna hate to do, but I'm not there to check all my businesses at once without going to each and every one of them. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to. I wanted to go to my computer at my clubhouse and check out my businesses, see what was ready to sell, and see what was ready to rock and roll. So, in other words, we gotta sit here and we gotta wait probably a total of 10 minutes or so. Maybe not even. Not even F. Because, see, sometimes when you're trying to find a new lobby and having a clean lobby, it's hard. But unless you're wired and you have your settings in when you first wire up set to like low standards or higher than what you're supposed to be, sometimes you can always get a clean lobby, and you always can keep that clean lobby pretty clean. But me, I cannot, okay, because I'm wireless. That's the only thing that stinks. So we'll just sit here and we'll just wait for a minute. Sometimes it takes a little bit, sometimes it doesn't. But, oh well. So again, when I hit 200 subscribers, and I'm sure when the DJ Angel show, as I call her, DJ, when she hits 100 or 200 subscribers just like me, I'll talk to her and, see if she wants to do like a special giveaway when she hits 200 or when she hits 100 subscribers or whichever. But I know her and I were talking about the first day that we went live together. I know we were talking about doing like a drawing or a giveaway or what's not when we first started playing together, Dead by Daylight, and we started broadcasting that day. That's when we bumped into two people. Dark Shadow, which is one of them, who is on my list of friends, and another one that hasn't contacted me because we were legitly going to send him a microphone just so he could play with us. Now, if he's watching, get a hold of me. You can either he could either send me a message on Gmail, same name, Bilber100 at gmail.com, and, send me his information, his address, his name, and I can give it to DJ, and her and I would literally, no joke, we would pitch in, we would buy him a mic, and then we would send him a mic. So, really, Rockstar, you're going to do this to me? Sometimes this happens. Down in the bottom corner of my screen that you guys can see, the loading, and it's a yellow circle. This is what takes forever. Sometimes when I get that, I literally have to either A, do two things. Close application, or B, let it load. Seeing how I'm live, I can't close my application because that will end my broadcast. So, I'm going to let it load. And if it doesn't load, like if I get the error message popping up saying, error, you have failed to connect to GT Online, going back to story mode. Fine. Sometimes I get that message. So, but I have done this, is I have created a party this morning. I shot DJ an invite. I told her last night, because I talked to her, I was like, listen, I plan on going live for, all my viewers and all my subscribers, and I'll send you an invite in the morning before I go live. You don't have to accept it until you're ready. So I was like, just get a hold of me on Facebook, and tell me when you're coming in. That way I can be prepared for her. So, because I told her last night that I have a very special thanks, or I was going to give her like a special thank you, pretty much like I'm doing to all my viewers. So whenever she comes in, she comes in. I don't know what time that will be, but we'll find out. Ooh, stay coffee. Don't you dare, don't you dare tip over. But I will be right back. Give me a minute. Okay. You guys won't see me, but I'm going to mute my mic and I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I have returned. Excuse me. And, of course, I'm still loading. Go figure.
Good morning.
Why, good morning, DJ.
How are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. How about you?
I'm chilling and killing.
Wait, you're
It's
chilling and
morning.
killing?
What
How
can
can you
I
be
say?
chilling and killing?
I'm killing something. I'm killing my style. I'm killing something. I don't know. I looked in the
Wow.
mirror. Something had to die. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's morning. Give me a break. I haven't had any coffee yet, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Maybe your son ought to make you a pot of coffee.
I know. I should send him and just make some coffee.
Or send him out to
Which
Tim Hortons to get you coffee.
I don't even know where the closest one of those. I don't even know. Well, it's an hour to a Starbucks, even I think. But yeah,
Wow.
we live in the middle of nowhere. But I will say, I think my son is now addicted to coffee, so maybe I can talk him into it.
Well, I know I'm addicted to coffee, and every time my mom asks or my brother asks, hey, can you make a pot of coffee? Yeah, sure, I can make a pot of coffee.
Well, it used to keep me awake. It's amazing. When I lived in Florida, I would drink coffee in the morning, coffee mid-morning, afternoon, late evening, after dinner, and still sleep like a baby. Now I just do it in the morning, and I think it's the flavor. I
Right.
don't even think it works anymore, but
Well,
yeah.
anyways, I've already done a thank you to all my subscribers, and I've recently
Yay!
Well, I recently looked, and I think I lost 2 subscribers, which I really don't care about.
Oh, boo.
I,
Boo-hoo.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it might be just kind of a
A
glitch
glitch?
between me and YouTube, because it said legitimately a couple days ago 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. I kept checking every day. Still said 100. Still said 100. This morning when I looked, it said 98. I'm like, what the bloody hell?
Yeah, mine said 18 this morning, so I don't know. Maybe we made 2 people mad.
You know what?
I don't know.
I,
That's
I,
okay.
yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But
But yeah, I do understand though that you have said that you may be doing a giveaway, and I agree wholeheartedly. If I get to 100, I will do a giveaway too. I will give away a PlayStation or an Amazon card, the choice of the winner,
right.
just because it's cool like that. But yeah, I'm all for it. Let's give away stuff because I appreciate your subscribers too, even if they're not my subscribers, because they empower me to come on and laugh with you and have fun. So this has been absolutely a great time every month so far with you. We're going to keep this up because I think we mesh really well together. And so,
Yes.
you know, if whoever subscribes, it's great. It just gives us more umph to do more for you.
Yes. And
And
it's
more
more power
prizes.
to us. Woohoo!
More power, yeah. Power to the people. I mean, to us.
Right. More power to us.
But it is a little encouraging though if people come and like your videos or say something about what you're doing, even if you're silly like me, or today is going to be one of those booger days again because once again I am not at the radio station. I am at home, and my home gets a little bit loud and chaotic, so I usually don't broadcast from home. So we're going to try this. And but yeah, I mean, I'm so with you. Like, if you want to give away prizes, get some more subscribers,
Right.
at least wave to me. Come on, guys,
Send her a message or comment on one of her videos at least. Let her know
Yeah,
that you're
give me
you're
a little
watching.
bit of that I'm not talking to myself, because that happens, just so you know.
Well, come on, DJ. I'm not talking to myself either, but actually, logistically, I've been noticing that my thumbs up notifications have been going up on YouTube because
Good.
I would go through and I'd keep track of all my, likes on my videos, and I'm like, okay, I got so many on this day, so many on this day, so many on this day for, like my past broadcasts, cool, and I would just keep track, like, keep adding all these up together, and I logistically have over 100 likes so far. Well, some of them were
Nice.
from me, but just to get it started.
Hey, well, if you don't like yourself, who will? So.
Exactly.
Right,
Thank
right.
you.
You got to show the love. You got to start with yourself. So it's been like, this has been totally fun. I mean, I'm sure other people have done it, but I watched my own video of us, the last episode that we did, and mostly because I was checking the sound like you asked, but I watched it over and over and over again, and it's extremely funny to me, like, that when you can go in and watch the video
Right.
from my perspective, and then jump over to your channel, and even if you hear the same part, which you just know what the other person's doing in your head, you can imagine it, and then you see it, and
Right.
it is so much better. It is so much better.
Right.
If you're standing, next to each other, you can kind of imagine what the other person sees because you already see your surroundings. But where you started before you picked me up in the car, I watched that part, and it's like I could almost imagine what I was doing, but in my head, I was thinking I was probably twirling around in my little dress, which I wasn't, but that's how I imagined it. And then when I saw it, I was like, well, okay, I wasn't quite that silly until we got to the store.
Well, I've watched my video from the beginning to the part where I picked you up, then I watched from your video from where I picked you up when you went live. I'm like watching you go twirl, 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 and I'm like, oh, wait. She can't find her way out. I got to teach this girl. And then I think we logistically caught the one part where I literally had you trapped.
Yeah.
In my apartment or in my...
Yeah, I couldn't get out. I was like, you people will not believe this. You will not believe this. But there is no way to exit. There's
right.
like... Yeah, now see, they probably wouldn't have believed me until they go to my channel and look, and they're like, there is no way for this girl to escape. You literally had me trapped. And I'm like,
Logistically had you trapped. I'm like, I get to keep the DJ. I get to keep the DJ. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, at least I had an option to change some clothes. I did bring a few changes with me.
Well, luckily, you could have spent the night in my penthouse. I wouldn't care.
Well, I just would have probably redone my hair about 6 or 7 times.
Hey,
and maybe
it's all
had a
free.
Makeover. I know, right? Who's going to...
It's free.
Personal hairdresser, makeup designer, and a hot tub.
I had a spare bed you could sleep in. I have a spare bathroom.
I'm going to tell you what, though. Your maid creeped me the hell out. So with her foot hand...
Which I legitimately seen.
And the fact that her cleaning supplies dropped out of the ceiling.
Which I also caught on my end when I came back in.
Right. I'm telling you, it was absolutely
creepy.
The freakiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, because, and I almost fought her, I want you to know, because when I pointed out that she missed this spot, she smeared it. I mean, who does that?
Right.
So, we almost fought.
Logistically, I almost seen that foot hand like I watched on your video on my end, on my channel, because I went back and I went to that same exact part and I watched it very carefully and I almost caught it, but I didn't. It looked like it for a second, but then again, it wasn't. So. Right.
It was very weird to me. I'm like, does she have a foot on her hand? And yeah.
Yeah, well, not also, when we first started doing this together, you only had what? Like freaking so many subscribers, and I got you up.
Yeah, I appreciate that, because when I first started my channel, it was going to only be stuff that happened at the radio station.
Right. Well, you started off with, before we did that first broadcast together, you started off with, what was it? How many subscribers that day?
My controller disconnected. That was horrible.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. But to me on the radio, they're used to hearing my voice all the time. And
right.
Hey. No, it's not dead. You gotta click it out. You just messed up my system. Hit cancel. Thank you. The controller for the other PlayStation just took over my screen. It was quite awesome.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well.
That's what I'm saying. Chaos at home, I swear.
Well, I guess my question is to you, DJ, how many subscribers did you have logistically when we went live that first time? Because that way I know how many I gave you or I brought to you.
See, I don't even know. I think there was like 6 or 7, I believe.
Logistically, that's what I seen when after I subscribed to you. Then I made it 8 because I subscribed to you. So I was number 8.
I think that's what it was. I think so, yeah.
But
that's really cool, yeah. And like I said, my listeners on the radio don't want to watch videos. They want to go drive in their car and go to work and hear me.
Well, besides their kids watching YouTube, which nowadays that's all kids want to do is watch YouTube, play video games, do this, do that, and not go outside. You remember back in the day when we would be going outside and using our imagination as kids?
I do, and I try to get my kids to be like that. I ask them several times, what would you do, like, if the power went out, for example?
Right.
Or, you couldn't
the tablets
plug in
died
and recharge.
And there was no power for like a week. or whatever.
Right. And because we have a giant trampoline in our yard, and I try to encourage them to at least get a little exercise or
Right.
do something other than the video games. But I'm going to tell you, I am very concerned sometimes at the YouTube videos that they actually do watch. The humor in them is not my kind of humor. I mean, I'm not the funniest person in the world, but I don't joke about death or, things like that. Like, there's this one that they watch has the characters from, like, Mario, and his name is Chef PP.
Yeah,
that they have on the show.
Actually, my nephews watch that guy, so...
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now, and I can be booed for this, but I do not like that. I watched an episode of it yesterday, and the Chef Pee-Pee told him that he wished he was dead and that he would kill himself and that he hated him and very horrible things like that. And I thought, these kids are sitting here laughing at that, and that is desensitizing them to actual feelings. Now, I don't want people to go, oh, these kids need to be stronger, because they do.
Right.
But I don't think that that's the way to handle it. And, with all the campaigns against bullying, I just don't.
Yeah. But that's not right. So what I did for my nephews is I restricted, swearing, violence like that. And now all they watch is like Izzy's playroom, where they build train tracks out of the wooden train tracks.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And my one nephew, my youngest, he's like, Uncle, I want to make a train track like that. I was like, that'd be a heck of a broadcast.
Heck yeah. See, that kind of stuff to me is cool. But kids are smart. You've got to give them credit. They are freaking smart. Like, you can restrict
Gotta give them
things.
props.
Yeah, but they will find stuff anyway. There was a program that I used on my phone for a while, and I hooked it up to my internet. It was from Disney, called Circle. And it would prohibit them from going to certain sites and stuff like that. But there's ways around it. And even on the PlayStation, I can set a timer for my family management and knock the kids offline or do whatever I want to do. But all they have to do is go to mine.
Right.
And putting in a password, maybe because I'm so old and can't remember a new password every day.
Right.
Other than that, kids are really smart. They can figure stuff out. And so I try to be careful. Like, I curse, don't get me wrong, so kids probably shouldn't watch my broadcast. But
well, that's why
some horrible things too. But.
Well, that's why I have changed my way. See, when I first started doing videos and whatnot and doing broadcasts, I was swearing up and down the Holy Bible and whatnot. Every other word was a swear word. And then finally I legitimately thought of this. Okay, I took a break and I started going through my previous videos from years ago from when I started. I was like, okay, I'm not going to swear anymore. So I deleted...
Until you got with me.
Well, I deleted all my videos that had swearing in it. I removed every single one of them from YouTube, and I legitimately started all over again with videos. I mean, I still had subscribers. No, you ain't gonna... I'm not gonna delete our videos, god damn it. But
I was gonna say we have the most inappropriate conversations, but we are not directed at children either. So we don't have cartoon characters, and we don't have kids video games. These are supposed to be adult video games and adult conversation. And on the radio, if I slam my finger or something, I'll say, "Oh, shucksy darn popsicle sticks." But on here, I'm gonna be like, "Oh hell no, that hurt like a bitch." So...
Well, up in your mind, you're like, hell no, that fucking hurt like a motherfucker.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. So I'm really sad at the ones that direct towards the kids and then are so vulgar and gross. And the cartoons. I don't know, the cartoons have changed. They wanted to get rid of Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner because it was violent. But then now you've got, the sumo wrestling ones and the Captain Underpants. I mean,
these other cartoons are just like to me, they're like, this is not cartoons. Give me freaking Looney Tunes any goddamn day. I'll watch Looney Tunes.
I'm so sad. The Animaniacs guy passed away.
Yeah, me too.
I thought that was one of my favorite cartoons, and I always wanted to go buy some bologna and put it in my pants. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Now you're just creeping up my viewers here.
I was just saying, the Animaniacs, they have bologna in their slacks, and I always thought that would be really fun. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
But logistically, I understand where you're coming from about these other YouTubers out there saying stuff like that, swearing constantly every other word and whatnot. But I do see what I do is I put a discretion in on my channel. I do intentionally swear. Please do not. I do not abide by it. I don't want the younger children swearing. I'm trying to encourage them to do what I'm doing. It's just to talk without swearing.
So I need a filter.
No. All you have to do is just put that.
I do really.
Well, okay, for your kids watching on YouTube and all that, you can restrict videos and you can restrict language and whatnot. So that way when they're looking for a certain video, it'll pop up restricted.
Right. So they'll be like, the one, Mom, we'll never see Mom again because she cusses in all her videos.
Well, you can restrict certain videos too.
I'm just kidding. No, it's like I said, I started my entire journey with just the intention of being the radio station. And so then it was very calm and quiet and not, but I've met a lot of cheaters. I've met a lot of people who are bullies online. I've met a lot of griefers, as they call them. And those are the ones, if you ever go back and look at my videos, especially on Red Dead, I usually only record when we have a grief session.
Right.
Or when somebody's being a blatant cheater. And I like to expose them. And that's when I get really cussy.
It's like that one day, DJ, that it was you and me playing Red Dead, and we weren't even live at the time. That our game was so laggy.
Yeah.
Not only that, but some of the people that were playing the killer would disconnect.
That pisses me. When the killer disconnects, and you have to start again, or you lose an item because of it, or you go back a rank because they disconnected. It's so disheartening, and things happen. I've actually been in the middle of a game where I was winning and my power blinked off.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? But and I'm sure they're like, oh, that bitch disconnected. I understand that things happen, but when you see them stop, I was running when I disconnected. So if you see them stop and sit there for a while and then all of a sudden they disconnect, you just know, or everybody else lags out so bad.
Right.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, well, that one game that started off completely normal for us, then it got real laggy. Was every time we were near the killer, or the killer was around, it got really laggy. Yeah. I'm like, oh crap! It's like you take 2 steps forward, 6 steps back. I'm like,
right.
Or if you're trying to run around something, you take 2 steps to the right and run 2 steps forward. It's like it puts you freaking 6 steps towards the object that you're trying to go around and 6 steps back, and you're like, what the bloody heck? So, and I don't remember what the name of the PSN ID name for that killer was, but I know we both reported that killer for being very laggy.
Yeah, that makes for a horrible game. Everybody has that moment where, okay, maybe there's a storm coming through, or maybe you just have crap internet. Maybe you shouldn't be the killer, but there's
Right.
always that moment that you have, even with the best internet, that you have some sort of malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
But when you know you can't even play any other games,
Mm-hmm.
don't try to be a killer on a game like this, because you're the host. You know, when you take
Right.
over as the killer, you're hosting all those other people.
Now, see,
And,
I could be the killer because I've got great internet. I've got over 100 megs of speed, download and upload. So, which means I can have so many devices connected and still have that speed. Which, you know, I used to, okay, I'm going to say this. I used to have Windstream. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, DJ. Anyway,
we're gonna
with
bash Windstream here. No, kidding.
with Windstream, they said we would have 50 megs of download and 50 megs of upload, which was a total BS. Okay, I found out that my download speed was only 10 megs, and my upload speed was only 15 megs. And I'm thinking, well, where's the rest of my megs, you know?
Yeah. They're hidden. You didn't know that? They're secret. They're secret megs.
Finally, I freaking said, okay, enough is enough. I called Windstream. I'm like, you guys told me that I would have 50 megs of download and upload. Exactly. For, you know, one device. But I knew that there was more than one device connected. Because my mom had her computer connected to Windstream router. And that brought me down from 50 to like 35. Which I thought wasn't bad because the computer doesn't use that much internet speed. Because if she's looking for like a recipe or, you know, she's looking for like checking her email or something like that, that's fine. It doesn't bring me down that much. I can still be able to play. Well, I went into my system and I seen that, you know, my download and upload speeds were to 15. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Really?
Right.
I couldn't be the host of any of my games with my friends. Like, I couldn't be the host for Black Ops 3 or any of the other games. It was always one of my other friends that had better internet who could be the host. Because every time I was a host, everybody was getting disconnected, getting kicked out to a different lobby, or playing GTA. They would get kicked right back to story mode, and they're like, Bilber, you got to get better internet. I was like, I know. Jeez, give me a break. I ain't got the money right now, and I got to keep this crappy internet for now until I get the money for better internet.
Well, I use two different internet services. I had Windstream as well. We won't go there. But I
know
live
what I'm
in a
talking
rural
about, though, with
community.
Windstream, right?
I do. And billing, oh my gosh, we won't even discuss customer service and billing either.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that right now. Maybe at a later date in another broadcast we'll talk about that.
Yeah, because I will get a little angry, and I don't want to start my day angry. But anyway, we have local companies that come in and they're smaller companies to do our internet. And I have a different one at the radio station than I do at home. Because the one at the radio station doesn't need as much, because we have, you know, several PlayStations, a couple tablets, you know, cell phones and stuff like that here at the house.
Computers.
So I need more power here. Yeah. And so, but they're like little names. They're not big name companies.
Right.
And there's one that a couple years ago, when I was just a DJ instead of the owner of the radio, they offered this new service was coming to town, and they had everything. And they offered me higher prices at the radio station.
Right.
Because it was a commercial thing.
Right.
And I was like, but I use less than I do at home. And they're like, well, it's commercial buildings. And I was like, okay, you know, I pay more for my electric, I pay more for my water because it's commercial, whatever.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, well, that's okay. But then they would do it at my business, but they couldn't do it at my home because their service area stopped 1 block from my house.
Oh,
1 block.
So if you would logistically live next door to your freaking radio station, you'd
my
have
neighbor
that
got
internet.
it. My neighbor got it, and I couldn't. And I'm like, he doesn't even know how to check his email, but he gets the internet and I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was really upset, and I'm like, well, so when are you going to come to my service area? Because I would even pay, to have the wires brought down an extra block.
Right.
Just so I could have decent internet. And then I'm really glad I didn't, because I haven't heard very good things about them either. But I'm thinking there's not many choices, and like, oh my God, satellite internet is just so expensive. Like HughesNet, oh my God, we won't even discuss the prices of those. So it's just not worth it.
Well, from my experience on, going from internet to internet businesses, I would logistically, go to like a library and use their internet to logistically search and find out every little secret about these businesses that are trying to provide you with. Pretty much. Let's say this. They're saying, say Windstream was trying to get you to sign up because they're saying that you would have 100 megs of internet speed, download and upload. And then say Spectrum, who I have, say they provide the same thing but for a lower cost. I was going through and I was looking at every little detail on what they would provide together, side by side. Well, I found out that Spectrum is a lot better and it is a lot cheaper than Windstream prices. And Windstream's upload and download speeds were actually less than what they're saying. So you don't know who's lying to you and whatnot.
Right.
So you got to do your research first before you get internet. That's what I'm saying.
I want to give a props shout out to Spectrum. I don't use them because we don't have them in our area. But I'm going to tell you.
You will.
Well, I'm going to tell you. The KCGW mascots, my cats, are a charitable organization. They're a nonprofit organization, and they do charitable things. So we research a lot of things, and I haven't verified it yet. But somebody told me that, like, in towns where they have, like, low-income housing and that kind of thing, that Spectrum provides internet for, like, $15 a month to verified poverty-stricken areas.
They do.
And I thought that is the most awesome thing. Because, I don't know if you know this, like, a lot of high schools have started where the kids, at the beginning of the year, the kids are given laptops or tablets to do their homework on. They have to check them out from the school. They're not theirs to keep. But if you don't have enough money to keep your internet at home, your kid's all excited, look, Mommy, I brought home a laptop. Well, how are you going to use the darn thing unless you go down to the library, which then you wouldn't need the laptop anyway.
Right.
But then you got a company like Spectrum that comes through and goes, you know what? If you're not just goofing off on here and you're doing schoolwork and you're in a poverty-stricken area,
logistically,
we're going to give you internet, for $15 a month.
Right.
Like, you could turn in aluminum cans for $15 a month.
Exactly. And you could return cans and pop bottles and whatnot. You can make the $15 and pay it every month. Of course, you'd end up spending more to get the drinks and whatnot.
If you had, what you do then is you gather your group of kids, and you send them down the road and looking on the side of the road for them, and it's a great cleanup for your community, and they make money, and they feel like they're important. I mean, it's something that we've had here. There's also organizations where they have volunteers, but they get bonuses. Like our pet, it's not really a shelter, but it's a volunteer organization to help animals.
Exactly.
They provide payment perks for young kids that come in and help. Like they come in and cuddle the animals or clean up after them or whatever.
Right.
And then they don't actually, quote, pay them, but they give them pay perks, which is, they'll they'll give them a $50 Walmart card or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. And logistically, I've actually noticed from my past broadcasts that I used to do when I started not swearing as much as I used to, I actually encouraged a lot of my viewers, okay, to actually go out into their community and start volunteering and picking up trash on the side of the road and whatnot and everything like that. But around my area, nobody freaking cares. They're always throwing trash out their damn car on the side of the road, and I can see all this trash that I logistically went through for 2 days, went down this, say I would go down one street, picking up trash and moving to the next street, and so on and so on. You know, I was keeping my area clean. But now everybody is just saying, I don't care about Mother Earth, and just literally throwing stuff out their vehicle because they want to keep their vehicle clean. Well, you know what?
Oh, yeah, keep your vehicle clean, but don't worry about the air you breathe. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, well, anyway, you know, there is such a thing called a trash can, a public trash can. It could be at a park, or it could be at a plaza, or
gas stations.
Yeah, logistically. If
you're filling up your car, there's always a trash can there.
Yeah. If you're filling up your car with trash, go to a gas station or somewhere with a trash can and throw it away. Don't be just driving down the road going, oh, this is trash. This is trash. Just throwing it out your damn window. You know.
Do you know what Menards is? Do you have a Menards in your area?
No, I do not, but I can kind of guess what Menards is.
Okay, Menards is like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or something like that, and it's kind of a discount.
Yeah. I got a Home Depot.
Discount warehouse for like construction stuff. But the reason I bring them up is because they have, and honestly, most grocery stores have the cheapest bags ever. You know, when you put your stuff in and they rip, especially if they, like a 2-liter bottle of soda in the bag will rip. Yeah. Menards has these very thick, amazing bags that they put your stuff in, okay? And they're like super thick and they're just really cool. So what I do is I fold one down and I put it in my car, and when it's full, I throw it away. You know, it's not that hard to put like a bag in there.
See, we logistically don't call it Menards. We call it something different down around my area. We just...
Well, you may not have it there. It's like certain areas, like we have Dorothy Lynch salad dressing, for example. It's a Nebraska thing. Like other people don't have that.
Well, well, in New York, we don't have a Menards. We just say, okay, we have volunteers and we have whatnot doing this stuff, picking up like parking lots, going through picking up in a park, you know, all the frickin' trash because people are just too damn stupid to frickin' throw it in a trash can.
Well, even Walmart, you go to Walmart, you get your little bag, you put it around the back of your seat. On your headrest, and then you just throw your trash in it, and then when you get out, you throw it away. It's not that hard. Even my kids know that.
See, even my nephews know that. Like, they'll be bringing their toys into the car, which is fine. I don't care, you know. But when they're done, they're like, Uncle, can you put this in a bag? Sure. You know, because we would have one of those plastic bags in the vehicle, and we would always logistically throw all of our trash in there. But my brother would always keep like his receipts and whatnot in the center console, and then sometimes he doesn't do it, sometimes he does, but he doesn't use the plastic. He'll just take all of his trash and put it in the back of behind his seat or behind my seat, and I logistically have to go through and clean his car.
Well, now, if we're on the road, there are times when I have like a 9 or 10 hour drive ahead of me. My car looks like we lived in it for a week. But
yeah, well, if me, my brother, and my nephews ever go on a 8-hour road trip, I always make sure to bring extra plastic bags. That way we can just keep filling them. And when we get to a rest stop, hey, pull into this rest stop. I got to throw out our trash. Done.
We try to do that, but we go through like we've changed clothes on the way. We've we've shaved our legs on the way. We've I'm not admitting all this on YouTube, am I? No. We've done so many things. I know, right? We've done so. Maybe I'll get more viewers that way. Hey, no. We've done so many things on the road. Like I said, we practically live in the car sometimes during the summer, going to shows or whatever.
Traveling
Sturgis,
wise.
we went for. Yeah, well, when we went to Sturgis last year, we stayed in Sturgis for a week, and it looked like my car exploded inside. Between our, costume changes and our, casual wear and our coolers, because I'm so cheap, even though we ate several times at the casino, it was like so expensive.
Yeah.
So any snacks, lunches, the road trip, we don't want to spend any extra money going, so we have like coolers and bags and.
Well,
it's
you'd have to buy ice once in a while, because once your ice that's in the cooler melts, you only have so much time before you have to go get more ice.
But I really had a good cooler, because I think it lasted. When we got to the hotel room, we just shoved it in the hotel room. Like, I didn't even put stuff in the fridge in the hotel room because we had to go.
Right.
And it wasn't till like sometime in the middle of the next day where we had to go get ice from the hotel. But we just put everything in their fridge then and called it good. So.
Right. Logistically, not to get off topic or anything, but I had one of the best coolers. One of the best coolers that acted like a refrigerator.
Love those. I love those.
You know the one I'm talking about, don't you?
Is it like not a Yeti.
It's the one that you could take a power supply and plug into a cigarette lighter.
And plug it in. Yeah.
You didn't need no ice. You didn't need nothing. All you had to do was just put your cold items in this and like pop, milk or whatever, plug it into a cigarette lighter, which, the vehicle that we were all riding in had a cigarette lighter in the very back. I could plug it in there. I could stand it up on end, or I could leave it setting down. And all I had to do was just to turn it on, turn the cold temperature all the way down to where it would keep it cold while we were driving. If we needed anything, it had a decent cord to where we could just slide it forward, up past the very back seat, or, the second back seat, to where we could reach in and say, hey, grab me, for example, grab me a pop, or grab me a bottle of water. Okay, here you go, type thing. And it was logistically cold. And we would always use that. But mine that I used to have, and I miss it dearly, it finally bit the dust on me while we were on our way to Virginia years ago. I took it with me. I had it plugged in, and it was working. And I went back to get, like a bottle of water, and the next thing I know, I open it up, and it's not as cold. I'm like, what the heck? I close the lid. I turn it. I tried to adjust the temperature. It says it's running, but it's not getting cold. I'm like, the Freon in it must have expired or some crap. So, I mean, I still have it, but, because I keep it, because it still has the power-wise where we can plug in, like, something that that you can plug into an outlet. It has, like, a little outlet of its own. That's the only reason I'm keeping it. But to keep stuff cold, I have to buy ice, which it was saving me money on because I didn't have to buy ice. But now I got to. Right. So we logistically, every time we take a road trip, I always plug it in. That way my nephews could plug in their tablets, or I could plug in my cell phone, or we could do this and that. And because, say, My brother has a cigarette lighter up front that he uses for like his GPS. We use that so we can still get like our cell phones charged, or my nephews can charge their tablets. It also has 2 USB ports and 2 plugs, which is cool. So.
Well, this year I bought a Bluetooth cooler that charges the phone, then plays music and all that. Because we have a lot of festivals here.
Right.
Well, because Nebraska is where Kool-Aid was invented, for example.
Uh-huh.
And every year we have a giant Kool-Aid festival where they have like, I think it's like 100 flavors of Kool-Aid set up in these big, the world's largest Kool-Aid stand. And you pay $2 for this really awesome mug. And then you just go down the line, and all day long you can just get as much Kool-Aid as you want, like the entire day. They just keep refilling it, and all the flavors. And then they usually have fireworks and a big parade and stuff like that. But when we have stuff like that, you're sitting in a big open area waiting for events to happen. And so I like to have music, and they don't want you bringing in big stereos and stuff like that. So you can come in and cook and have lunch. So we bring the cooler in, you turn on the tunes, and sit there on your little, like beach blankets and stuff. And it's quite nice, but.
Yeah. Well, apparently Rockstar's still sitting here. I don't know if you're still watching my broadcast, but I've been sitting here for the past 55 minutes with it loading.
Aww. Darn you, Rockstar.
Well, I literally logistically don't want to close the application because that will end the broadcast.
I understand. Yeah.
So.
Well, I just want to say thank you for letting me come and chill with you on your channel and for sending people my way.
Right.
And having fun with me because it's been cool. We're just kind of having fun.
We mesh.
Sometimes. We do. We mesh.
Big time.
Like bananas and strawberries.
I was going to say pineapple and peaches, or pineapple or peaches and freaking...
Peaches and cream.
Well, peaches and cream is a good one.
That sounded dirty.
Oh, my God. Don't even get me started on that one. I was going to say peaches and...
banana cream pie.
Oh, Jesus. Where the hell did that come from?
See, it is funny. I'm telling you, randomly banana cream pie is funny. I don't care.
And to get the reaction of the broadcaster as well. But seriously, we mashed pretty good, like peaches and freaking I'm trying to think of my one dessert that I always have.
Peach cobbler.
Not peach cobbler. What the heck?
That sounded good. I'm hungry. Leave me alone.
Oh my God. Cottage cheese.
Oh yeah, peaches and cottage cheese. I like pears and cottage cheese, but either way, it's really good.
Yeah, they both mesh really well. Like the flavors of peaches and cottage cheese. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. And if you've never had it...
So are you calling me the cottage cheese?
No, I'm calling you the topping to my freaking cottage cheese here.
I'm just teasing. I
know.
The other day of a commercial about about something to put on cellulite, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, do I have cottage cheese legs or something? It was funny because the commercial made it sound like every woman has that extra bit of whatever. So I'm like inspecting my legs, looking for something crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just,
Could you imagine if we actually lived next door to one another and we...
Oh my God, the world would not know what to do with us.
Well, think about it this way. Okay. Say we lived next door to one another and we never knew each other until we met on PlayStation. We started talking. And, without broadcasting, and you're like, well, where do you live? I'd be like, I live in so-and-so place. You'd be like, me too. I'm like, oh, shit. Here we
have to
go.
take our cameras and run next door and like beat on each other's doors to see what happens.
Exactly.
Like, are you for real? Bang, bang, bang.
Oh my God.
Like, hi.
I could literally logistically imagine that if we lived next door and we were doing this and didn't realize it at the time, you know, and then later down the road we were talking without broadcasting, like, you know, I live, you know, in the same area you do, and you live in the same area I do, but whereabouts do you live? I'm like, well, I live on so-and-so street. Well, so do I.
Yo, that would be creepy, because then I would tell you to get out in the street and help me pick that shit up.
Exactly. But you'd be like, well, what's your house number? I'd be like, da-da-da-da-da. What's your house number? You'd say, da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And I'd be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, we're neighbors. Then I'd be like,
See, now I know that couldn't happen because I'm a nosy little bitch, and if I meet my neighbors, like whether I like them or not, I will meet them. I will like go out of my way to be like, hey, I'm so and so, and guess what? And you know, you're gonna be my buddy. No, I'm kidding.
well, logistically, you know, whenever I get a new neighbor moving in, I always go to the house where they're moving into. Say, for example, like next door, I would go next door. And I'd be standing outside watching everybody moving stuff in, and I'd be like, who's moving in? Oh, you know, it's so-and-so over there, standing over there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go introduce myself. I'm always polite. I'm always nice. I'm like, I go over to the person that's moving in, like, hi, you know, my name is so-and-so. You know, I'm Bill. I just live over here. Welcome to the neighborhood. You know, pretty
and
much.
please subscribe to my channel. I know it. That's what you're gonna say.
No. I don't even say that. Once I get,
Just kidding.
I don't say that right off bat. But once I get to know them, I'm like, well, do you watch YouTube, or you know, do you watch Netflix, or do you play games? What system do you have? I'm trying to find a little information each time, here and there. You know, like what if they play games? What kind of a system do they have? What kind of games do they have? And do they watch YouTube a lot? And that kind of tells me what type of person they are. You know, because I'll get a little information here one day, I'll get a little information here another day, and so on until I actually know them. Then I would be like, okay, you know, I know you watch YouTube, I know you play games, and I know you got a PS4. You know, here's my PSN name. We can play together. Send me a message. I'll add you off as a friend. Here's my YouTube.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Pretty much. Well, anyway, you know, that's what I would do. And I don't know if some people do this still to this day. Be nice and go introduce yourself to your neighbors and learn a little bit here and there every time you bump into your neighbor or you see your neighbor, you know. But logistically, I've got neighbors around me that are logistically moving out, because for the fact is the one neighbor that I knew real well, that's been around here for probably about 8 years, because when I moved in 2 years before, you know, I didn't know a damn soul, so I started going out and introducing myself to everybody around my block. And then 2 years later, I see that the house directly across the street was up for sale and that it had been sold. So, you know, I was keeping an eye out. I'm thinking to myself, okay, who's going to move in? Who's going to move in? Is it going to be a nice person, or is this person going to be kind of a grouch? Well, anyway, you know, the person that moved in was a very nice person. You know, very nice, a young couple, I will say, and, you know, I got to know them a little here and a little there, down the road. I got to really know them really well to where I could just ask them any question, and they knew me really well to where they could ask me any question. You know, if they had a question about landscaping, I could give them the answer that they want, that they're looking for. If I had a question about, say, a repair shop, they would give me some answers. You know, they'd give me some options. You know, and Now they're moving out, and I don't know who's moving in, because the house that they were living in, that they invited me in. The one probably about 5 years ago, they invited me to come in, sit down, and have a cup of coffee, and we would sit and talk. Okay. Well, I got to notice that the house, from the outside, looked like a brand new house, but the inside, it was just a pile of dog doo-doo. Like, there was problems on top of problems. No joke. Like, the ceiling was leaking from the pipes. The freaking walls were falling apart, showing the beams and whatnot. I asked him, I was like, well, who owns this house? Well, it's our landlord. I'm like, let me guess. Your landlord doesn't really care about the inside work, making sure everything's up to code. Well, not really. Plus, her husband just passed away, and he was the only one that would go around and do all this work. I'm like, oh, so she's probably end up going to sell it completely, and then the next person that buys it has to spend the money to get this all up to code, pretty much. So I'm just waiting for the new owner to, come around and inspect the house. Like, well, I know how to do this, and just give them a list of what I can do. Like, well, I'll just do it for you, and I'm only going to charge you probably, like, say, for the job, if it's like mowing, $20. If it's doing the inside work, like wall plastering and whatnot, I'll say $35. You buy the material, and I'll just go to town. I can do the plumbing. That would be about $45, and you buy the supplies. I'll go to town, and I'll just get this done. If it's in wiring, I'd like.
So when are you coming to my house?
Oh, you really want me to come to your house? Oh, wait, I can't because I'm babysitting, and I've got about logistically another 6 years before I'm done. Well, 7 tops. But it would go all the way up to electrical, and I won't do electrical. I mean, I'll run the wires, yes, and I'll hook up to the outlets, yes, but I will not touch the fuse box. That I refuse to do.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's what I'm working on right now myself. That's the only thing I can do. Like, the previous owner to the radio station, he hooked up a stove in there, and he didn't even have an outlet. He hardwired from the back of the stove to the hot water heater, from the hot water heater to the baseboard heater to a shutoff box in the middle of the radio station.
Now, okay, see, logistically, he should have had this all ran separately. The hot water heater, the baseboard heater, and the stove should have been on separate fuses, or
well, at least plugged into a 220. You know what I mean? Not just
right.
I think
not hooked all together.
It's been a mess. So we're dealing with that right now. And then I had to tear out all the sheetrock because we had a live bird stuck in the wall. And I tore out all the sheetrock to get the little booger out. He was happy to be free, but I have a mess now. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, see, for me,
I'm not completely helpless. I can do some of it, but mostly right now I'm trying to get the roof done.
See, for me, DJ, if you hired me on, I'd be like, well, where exactly do you hear the bird? Oh, I hear it, from here to here and from here down. Okay, I would.
Oh, I knew where it was. It was
because
the top
for example,
I'm
just using you as an example. Okay, and you tell me it's in this certain location, I would logistically make a small incision into the wall, cut a small piece out, and I would take a mirror and I would look for it using a flashlight. If I'd see it, I'd be like, okay, it's up here, or it's down here, or it's over here. Then I could just logistically take a pencil, mark out a wide opening, and logistically cut into it, and then find the beams, like, okay, there's a beam, make an X, so I would know that there's the beam, and just skip over it and just keep going. There's another beam. That way I'm not touching the bird. I'd be going a wide distance, probably like 4 or 5 inches from the bird.
This was easier. Let me explain. This was a makeshift wall. There used to be a counter there, and he wanted to make it a bedroom, and so he just put up sheetrock and some 2x4s. And unfortunately, they weren't even in the studs. Like, they just screwed sheetrock up to these 2x4s.
Okay.
So all I had to do was take a whole panel down, because the only way it got in was there was a hole at the top where the main beam goes across the top of the room.
Uh-huh.
And he fell down in that hole. And I took a selfie stick and my cell phone and took pictures and video of him down there. I just took the whole wall off because it was one big piece of sheetrock.
Wow.
So I just unscrewed all the screws and removed it and took them out. But like I said, it's kind of a booger putting stuff back, but it was so easy. And I needed to do it anyway because now I want to insulate in between there, and I need to move the electrical outlets because they didn't have them flush with the wall.
Right.
They didn't have them flush, so you had to, like, you couldn't put a cover on it, and you had to, like, sit there and poke at it to get it. It sounds horrible to get stuff plugged in, but it was a real mess, and it's just like a work in progress. Yeah.
Well, see, for me, okay, me and my brother, we logistically built a wall, okay? We put up 2x4s, 4x4s where they're supposed to be. And we made sure that this wall was going to be solid. Because we were, at the time, we were building my nephew's bedroom before they were born. Because it was my oldest that was about to be born when he got the boys' mom pregnant the first time. And she was like 3-4 months pregnant. He's like, Bill, I'm coming to scoop you up. We need to start building a bedroom for these boys. Okay. So what he and I did was we put a 2x4 on the floor, a full-size 2x4 on the floor and on the ceiling. And we had 2x4s on the ends of the main 2x4s that we set, just to kind of give us an idea of what the wall's going to look like. So we had to logistically cut the side 2x4s down so they would fit to hold up the ceiling, like this one on the ceiling, the 2x4 on the ceiling and whatnot, just to give us a rough idea of what it was going to look like. We're like, okay, we can put a 4x4 here, 4x4 here, 2x4, 2x4, 2x4. Well, we could, and it was just like a quick frame that we just put up freely. So we would take it down, and then we would lay it down, and we would start building from there. Because we knew the measurements from the floor to the ceiling on the 2x4, and we were just cutting outside. And then we would bring it in, set it down into the frame, screw it together, and then he and I logistically picked it up, and we just did one of these. As we started with the top, we put a piece of cardboard along the top part. We have a lot of cardboard at the time. That way we didn't mess up the ceiling, but it was such a tight fit that when we got it to start going, we would start pulling the cardboard out, and we would just gently, with a hammer, just start tapping down the line to get it to be completely straight. And we were just kind of going tap, 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 tap. Not hard thunks, but just a light tap, 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 tap down the line. And kept going and going. My brother was going through with a level and making sure everything was completely level from end to end to end to end. Every freaking 2x4, every 4x4, he was going level, not level. Give it a couple taps, Bill. Bing, bing. Level. Next one. Okay?
Tap
next
it
one.
till it's level.
Exactly. And then what we did logistically is we took and we screwed the 2x4 to the floor, and he had longer screws for the ceiling, and we put it right above the ceiling mount where the rafter is. And we gently, we went through the 2x4. We had every hole drilled out on the top and bottom. so we could just gently give the screw gun a little bit of power to turn the screw. And once we felt it starting to go into the wood, we would give it more power and we would just sink the screw. We had washers on the top of this, the screw going through the washers. And as soon as that washer started touching, we would let off the power, just keep giving it a little power just to turn it until that washer and screw were just tight against the 2x4. And we logistically put the sheetrock on one side, insulated it, put the sheetrock on the other side, put in the door, and we were done. And there was a room.
Nice.
But yeah, we even had power. We ran power to it after we got that all up. Because I had to go, my brother had to go up in the attic and start feeding the wire down because he had me drilling the hole up. So that way when he got into the attic, he could see the drill bit popping through where the hole is. That way he can go, okay, I'm at the top of the hole, and he could start feeding the wire down to me. So I'd be like, okay, I got the wire. Okay, keep going. And then as I was pulling, I started with the horseshoe nails. I tapped them in to where we could still pull the wire, but it was just holding the wire there. And as soon as I got it down to where the outlet was going to be, I could just go through and bing, 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 pound them in.
Right, be done.
That's how we were doing it. And he's like, okay, here's another wire for the light and the light switch. Okay, I got the main cord to the light, or the main power for the light. I went bing, bing, bing. Where the light was going to sit, I put the final one in. I left probably like 4 or 5 inches of wire loose to where it was dangling down because we could always cut it. And then I took another wire from there and I did the same thing. I fed it through the horseshoes before I did it all in. I ran it to where the switch was going to be, and I went and tightened those all up. And that's how we were doing it logistically, because we had to have 2 holes, one hole for the outlet switch or the outlet power and the switch power to run, and then a hole for the light fixture where we had the light fixture, and we were just going right to town. We had that done within a weekend. We had everything. We had the wall up. Well, we didn't have it insulated or anything, but we had the wall up. We had the light fixture, the outlet, the switch fixture, everything mounted. Wires ran to it, and then the next day we went and put in the insulation, and then we freaking put the sheetrock up, and we were done with the wall. All we had to do was the outlet, the light, and the light switch. Not bad for a weekend's work. But my brother logistically, for at least a couple weeks, he would go out and buy a little bit of the supplies each day. Like he'd go out and get the 2x4s. Say he needed like so many 2x4s. He'd go get the 2x4s, bring them home, put them in the garage. He'd go, the next time he'd go out and get the 4x4s and the sheetrock. He'd get them, bring them home. Then he'd get the insulation, bring that home. He'd get the insulation and the light fixture, the outlets, the switch, and the covers for them. He'd get that and the light fixture itself, and he'd bring that home. And then one weekend, we nailed this all out, which was great. It doesn't take long when you got a plan. When you say, okay, one weekend we're going to just build the frame. We're going to get just to where we have a frame, and we can just, take it down, take it out in the garage, cut everything out in the garage, put it together in the garage, and then bring it in the house, which we did. Because at the time, we would come through the patio door, and it was just tall enough. The patio door was just tall enough to where we could just slide it right in, standing up almost. But we had it at an angle, so we could just bring it in. Like I'd be walking, holding it logistically like this, walking it towards the wall like this. as my viewers can see. And then my brother would be on the other end, pushing, and we got it to where it was like we had like logistically probably we didn't have the doorway arch or anything built, like the piece above the door and that little other piece. We built those later on down the road. So we got the main wall up, we got everything ran, and we logistically had that section of wall done within a weekend, and the rest of the stuff we built after my brother got the door. We built the top of the door and the other side, shimmed the door so it was solid and straight, and we secured all that, built the wall around that. We were done. So.
Huh? I need to get working every day on some of my projects, but I get excited when I get one done. I'm like, yay, goal!
Oh my God!
Goal number
finally,
3 of 7,000. Yeah.
no, DJ. Finally, after
you got in. You got in?
Well, it's done loading, logistically.
Yay!
So whenever you get a chance, DJ, go back and watch this, because what I was trying to do was seeing what I had. What businesses were ready to sell, and
right.
From that point,
it took this long.
it logistically took this long. So I finally just got in.
Well, I'm going to leave you on that note with your viewers then to actually start your Grand Theft adventure, because I do need to get going today. I have about 7,000 more goals.
Well, let me say this to you, DJ. I want to give you thanks and give you props for coming and being a special guest on my show the first time, and then we started meshing more and more. Okay, I'm going to logistically start sending you more viewers, and maybe later on down the line we'll start broadcasting more instead of doing it once a month together. You know.
Right. That would be more fun. Do like a more
anything you need, boss.
Adventurous.
Yeah, we'll just do some more stuff, and like I heard prizes. Prizes are always good. So.
Oh, you were watching, huh?
A little bit. Like I said, my house is very hectic in the mornings between the dogs and the kids and the world. But
right.
Yeah, I was trying to, and prizes are fun for everybody anyway. And I was thinking too, there was something we were talking about earlier. It just made me think of some of the
in our
stuff that I
first broadcast together.
Well, no, I mean just today when we were talking about trash in the cars. And I was thinking there's some things that I gave away on the radio that would actually be really good. They're backseat organizers, and it was just funny that there's certain things that we say in these shows that I think of that can actually be given away as prizes, and that could be something fun too.
Logistically, what we could do, DJ, is one of these days when we're broadcasting and we're doing a giveaway or we're giving away prizes or whatnot. Logistically, you could be at the radio station having music going in the background, doing your DJ stuff at the...
Heck, yeah. And if you hear my local weather and it doesn't match you, please don't mind.
Yeah, well, exactly. But what I'm saying is you could be at your radio station doing your job there, and we could be broadcasting together still at the same time.
That would be fun. That'd be
awesome.
Right, we could do that. We can totally do that.
Did Dark Shadow add you on to PSN yet?
I think so.
Well, I have him on my PSN name because logistically he is now a level 15, thanks to me.
Nice. All right, well...
He is gone and been playing a little bit, so... Thank you for being my special guest, DJ. Hopefully we can keep doing this and get more viewers together.
Absolutely. And thanks for putting up with me, because that's a tough job. So
hey, I can put up with you as long as it takes, because, no joke, my family, well, my whole family, I can put up with because they are kind of like you, but yet again, they make me want to pull out my hair. And I have no hair. Come on, viewers.
No.
I have no hair.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, now we know why.
Seriously, look. No hair. No hair. I pulled it out years ago.
That's so funny. Well, good, then it wasn't my fault. Nana, nana, boo, boo.
No, I can literally put up with you because I've been around it my whole entire life. So.
That's funny. That's funny. All right. Well, so I'm just going to give a quick shout out to all your subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to him because now he's going to hang out with me more. And thank you for letting me come hang with you and chat with you and have a morning, I don't know, whatever this was.
Well,
but
pretty much, DJ, pretty much, all my subscribers, okay, let me stop. God damn it, I gotta fix my camera again. Jesus, I hate when I have to do that. Constantly. Readjust my camera.
Fix it.
Well, I've got to readjust. But, yeah, seriously, to all my subscribers, okay, I want all my subscribers that have not already done this. Go over to the DJ Angel Show. It's the DJ Angel Show on YouTube. And please subscribe to her while she's still here. And she's hearing, I know you can hear this.
I'm ready to go on this end.
Duh, type thing. But go to her channel, subscribe to her. That way when we're both live on YouTube doing a giveaway, you can catch one of us and say, oh, I want in on this type thing. So go subscribe to her.
Everybody wants in on it.
Yes, please go subscribe to her as well. And that way you can catch both of us, or at least one of us, or if you got more than one device, like a tablet and a phone, you can watch both of us at the same time, going, I'm watching you and you at the same time.
Creepy, but it's fun. You seeing the different perspective is so fun. It's kind of like you're in the video game, and it's really weird. I watched his, and then I watched mine, and it was creepy yet totally fun. So, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like buttons, give us a little bit of a big head. We'll make it worth your while. So,
also, what we could do, DJ, is like next time we go live together, I could watch your broadcast and you can watch mine.
We'll switch. Oh, yeah, that'll make me giggle
change it
the whole
up.
time, but we'll change it up.
That way I can see what you're seeing on your channel, and you can see what I'm seeing on my channel. I know.
You guys, that's great.
I'm a
weirdo. We'll do it.
I'm a weirdo. Come on.
Yay.
That's why you like me, because I make you laugh all the goddamn time.
It is. Well, that and because I naturally laughed. I think it's part of my multiple personalities or something. No, I'm kidding.
I've got multiple personalities too, so come on. That's why we're meshing so goddamn well.
Meshing. All right. Well, it's been fun. I have to go. I have things to do today, unfortunately.
Well,
so
thank you for
catch you later.
coming in and chatting with me for a little bit on my broadcast this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And I do appreciate you broadcasting with me the first time back on Dead by Daylight when we did our first broadcast ever together.
That's a killer.
That was awesome.
Awesome. In the key of awesome. All right. So have a great day. And bye, viewers. Thank you.
You're most welcome, DJ. You have a great day, too.
Bye.
Bye. Give me a minute. Let this bypass. So, yes, as I said, viewers, please go to the DJ Angel Show on YouTube and subscribe to her. You can also go to Twitter or Twitch. Hang on, I'll get you her Twitch ID. Just so I can just so you can follow her on there too in case she's on Twitch ever. But come on, Twitch. Yeah. All you have to look for, well, actually, I'll let her tell you her Twitch account. I don't want to say it because she might get mad at me and hit me with a frying pan. God damn it, I hate it when I get hit with a frying pan. But anyway, yes, I am more than happy that you guys gave me 100 subscribers. I don't know what the subscriber count is for you, but for me, it has been, for the past couple days, 100. I don't know if I've lost 2, because I looked this morning, and, logistically, sorry about that, but logistically, let me look again. It might have just been like a glitch. I don't know, but.
Oh, hi.
Like I said, I don't know. It just might be like a glitch. No glitch. It's serious. It's true. I have 98 subscribers. I lost 2, which doesn't really bother me, but to me, I still hit the 100. Once I seen that 100, I nailed 100 subscribers. So, please, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, let me know how I'm doing, leave a comment and whatnot, and I will go from there. But I will be talking to DJ again, probably later on today, because she'll be back and whatnot, and I will be waiting because she wants to do some gaming, which is totally cool by me, which is neato. But yeah, logistically, everybody, I just want to say thank you to everybody out there that has subscribed to me and who had given me all these likes and whatnot. I do appreciate it. I'm going to keep up the good work. Hopefully you guys keep telling your friends, your family about me, and tell them to subscribe to me if they have a channel. Even if they don't broadcast and they just subscribe to certain channels, tell them to subscribe to mine, and tell them about me, what I do and what the plan is. Okay, logistically, all I'm going to ever do is just keep broadcasting, keep trying to hit the next level, like 200, 300, 400, and so on, and just keep going up and up and up. But seriously, I do thank you guys very much from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to me and putting up with me as a person. And I am more happier that I actually appear instead of losing 2. I've actually gained more viewers by hitting 100. So, on that happy note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the best, I will say this again, the best broadcast sessions I've ever done on YouTube. And to you guys out there on YouTube watching me right now, I want to give you a special thank you for subscribing to me, for hitting them likes and leaving comments and all of this. And you have made my day by getting me to 100. Just like my name, Bilber100. You've gotten me to 100 subscribers. I want to thank you all very much. And to the DJ Angel Show, we're going to keep it up. We're going to keep broadcasting together. Maybe one of these days to where I'm not babysitting anymore and we can broadcast every single day and just keep going. Getting more and more subscribers together. I hope. But on that happy note, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for coming to watch me on my channel. And I am going to call it here. Please keep subscribing to my channel. And please keep hitting that like, leaving comments, everything. Every little bit of information you give me helps me be a better broadcaster. So I thank you guys for coming to watch. And this has been Bilber 100. I'm out, y'all. Peace! Thanks for coming. Sayonara. I will see you in the next broadcast. Have a good day. Bilber 100 out, y'all.